Hey guys, it's Alex. Valentine's Day is all about like making yourself look adorable, and not for anyone else, but so you look and feel amazing for yourself. I feel like getting dressed up for yourself is the most fun thing ever. Like sometimes I put on cute outfits and people are like, Alex, where are you going? I'm like, nowhere. If this is the first video you're seeing of me, make sure to subscribe first of all, but also know that I am no way capable of doing makeup. Something that's a really important lesson, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize this, is that in order to have a healthy relationship with someone else, you have to have a good relationship with yourself first, because your other relationships are just going to be a direct reflection of your relationship with yourself. So if you're insecure in that, then that insecurity is gonna come with you into your romantic relationships. If you're at an age that I am, I'm 18 or like younger, or maybe even a little bit older than me, guys are really immature. Can't like say that enough. But also like girls can be immature too. Like everyone when they're like younger can be immature and make stupid decisions. And I think the important thing about that is that you need to like work on yourself and like become more mature and figure out like what you stand for and your morals and values and like what you actually want out of a partner, and realizing that they have like the same like goals you do, so then you can kind of be matched on that, rather than just someone like, oh, they're like hot, or oh, they give me attention, because that might be good in the short term. But if you actually take the time to know yourself and what you want before going into a relationship, then you're more likely to find someone who better fits your life. You may think that your current situation right now, like that is the most amazing person. Oh my gosh, you're definitely like literally gonna marry them. Sometimes there can be like little red flags you like ignore and you're like, oh well, that's not a big deal. But really it is a big deal. I think it is important to not settle. God has a plan for you, and the person you're with right now, even though you may think they're the one for you, they may not be. And in that moment you might be like, oh my gosh, like I'm devastated, I'm heartbroken. What am I ever gonna do? I am never gonna find love. But really it's just because God has something in store way better, and it's hard to know that now. In the future you're gonna look back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that didn't work out. Oh my gosh, wait, why don't I use this lipstick more often? It's so cute. So right now, if you're going through a struggle, breakup, just know that what is meant to happen will happen, and everything happens for a reason. And I think relationships that don't work out are a great lesson for us to learn from and recognize, okay, what went wrong in that relationship that I can either work on myself, or recognize that that person was like that. I definitely don't want to be with someone who's going to treat me like this, or talk to me like this, or not show their appreciation for me, someone that's not going to take me for granted, things like that. Not talking from personal experience or anything. And I think being single, for me personally, I've never had an issue with it. And I'm not saying that like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be in a relationship, like I'm too, no, that's not, like obviously it's really fun to see on like Visco and Pinterest all those cute couple photos, and you're like, oh, I wish that was me. First of all, social media is never going to be a perfect representation of a relationship, friendship. And obviously like if a couple is in a fight, they're not gonna like post a picture of them fighting. Like that would just be weird. So you can't look at social media and be like, oh my gosh, they're so perfect, because they might not be. Don't come after me if you don't like it. Wait. I don't really know how to do makeup, but we're working on it. Do you guys wanna go on a drive? Let's do a drive. I'm gonna be driving around because driving is one of my favorite things to do. I'm sorry if you don't have your license yet, but please look forward to it so much and get it as soon as possible, because literally driving is the most therapeutic thing in the world to me. And just like listening to music. I'm going to Sprouts right now, so I'll see you guys when we get in the Sprouts parking lot. I'm gonna talk to you guys for a second. I'm gonna turn my car off. It's 78 degrees right now. Florida's finally getting back to normal, and I'm so thrilled about it. So I think it is really important that I address that being happy about being single does not mean you have to like put down people that are in relationships, because like if you're in a relationship, I'm so happy for you, but at the same time, just know that just because someone is in a relationship, that's not being better than being single. It actually says in the Bible that being single is like a gift from God. And that's the time where we're supposed to like work on ourselves and getting closer to him in order to be the best person we can be for our future partner. So I think that it's just a really special time in our life. And I was like listening to this on, I don't know if you guys know, Sadie Robertson's podcast, Whoa, That's Good. Her most recent episode, she just came out with it yesterday. She did the episode with Ben Stewart, and he's like had written a book all about like relationships and the different like phases of relationships. I haven't read the book, but I definitely want to after listening to that episode, because they just had such good advice. Valentine's Day, it's kind of like the perfect opportunity to feel like down about yourself for not being in a relationship, when really you should be celebrating yourself because of your self-growth. Right now, I want you to think about last February, how much you've grown since then. And that is what's worth celebrating. I think self-love can be misconstrued into the idea, oh, like I love myself because I'm like amazing, and other people, if they don't like me, then like whatever, screw that. And that's, I guess, a small part of it, but at the same time, you have to think about, okay, what can I do to make myself a better person? And focusing on that self-growth and working towards becoming a better person, setting goals for yourself, pursuing your passions, and trying to be the best person you can be, not only to benefit yourself and like to feel good about yourself, but so you can benefit all those around you. Be the best partner to your future spouse, be the best friend to those around you, treat your parents and your family like with respect and love. Focusing on all those aspects of your life, that's truly what self-love is. I think that a lot of times our self-confidence can be damaged by being in relationships. I know that's definitely happened to me in the past, because it's very easy to think that, okay, they're treating me badly today and they're not treating me with respect. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what can I do to make this situation better? When really it's not you, it's just them not knowing how to treat others with respect and kindness. Because if you're doing the best you can, then that's all you can do. And if someone doesn't appreciate you for that, then it's time to leave. Relationships have to be 50-50. You have to be putting in the same effort that the other person is giving you, and vice versa, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. And I don't want any of you guys to be in a relationship where you feel taken for granted and you feel like you're the one that is always doing things for the other person and they're never giving you anything in return, because that is so toxic and can just damage your mental health and self-confidence. I think it's a common thing to like try and, when you get out of a relationship, to make the person feel jealous and make the person be like, oh, well, you wish you wouldn't have done that because like I'm so amazing. And that is very immature if you think about it. There's circumstances where things just don't work out between two people because they're not meant to be. God didn't intend those two people to be together, but that relationship was meant to like build experience and to learn more about themselves so they can take those lessons into future relationships. And I think that applies to all relationships. There's always something to be learned, and even in healthy relationships, you're constantly learning stuff about the other person and about yourself. My past like relationships have like taught me like what I want to look for and what I don't want in a future partner, and it's taught me to not place my self-worth into someone else. Going back to the jealousy thing, if you're trying to make someone feel jealous, you're still putting your energy into them and you're still allowing them to like have a hold on your life, when really you should be focusing on fostering other relationships that do bring you like positivity and bring good into your life, and focusing on how you can make those relationships better rather than focusing on the ones that didn't work out, because just ruminating on the past is not going to change the future. I know this is a lot, but I just really felt like I should pour it all out there, because I just feel like society's like standards of what a relationship like should look like have just been getting lower and lower, and it's just, there's so many like unhealthy relationships out there
and I mean, I've experienced it as well, and I just don't want you guys to have to experience that, and I wanted to give you guys my advice so you can avoid that and learn from me. And yeah, if you guys have any other like advice, leave it in the comments so everyone else can see it. I just want to pour out all my love to you guys, and know that even if you are not in a relationship, you are so loved by so many people in your life, even if you don't realize it, and God loves you, and that is the most amazing thing in the world. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on and close out the video. I really hope that this advice was helpful to you guys. Please let me know in the comments. If it was, it would mean the world to me. And thank you guys so much for all your love and support on my channel. I love you guys so much. So make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram at alexboynton_. And please let someone know today how much you appreciate and care for them. That's just going to make them feel really special and loved, and we could all use some more of that in the world. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm so grateful for